Namaste, Hari Om. This is our Golu, and it is again based on Lalita Sahasranama. Last year, the Golu focused on the Puranic aspects of Lalita Sahasranama, especially the incidents from the Lalitopakyana and the namas that relate to how Devi is connected to the other deities such as Shiva and Vishnu and Ganesha and so on. So that we still continue. But on the side, we have added a section on how the Lalita Sahasranama talks about Devi in the form of the entire universe. There are many things that Devi, is the origin of, and we have a section on that. But first, let's start with this Puranic Golu, which is various namas from the Lalita Sahasranama that connect her to the various devatas. As is usual, let's start with our Mooladhara Ganapati. In the Lalita Sahasranama, the name mentioned for Ganesha is Kameshwara Mukhaloka Kalpita Shri Ganeshwara. And the incident around this particular name is that Lalita Tripurasundari manifests to fight with Bhandasura, an Asura, and as she is lots of shaktis get generated from her, many other Mantrani and Ashwaruda and Varahi and everybody, and as well as many shaktis, they're all fighting with Bhandasura. However, suddenly there is some kind of a disturbance and they're all feeling very listless and unenergetic. So Devi believes there is a Vigna Yantra. So Bandasura has launched a Vigna Yantra, an obstacle. So she looks at Kameshwara, Shiva, and through that Ganesha is born. And that Ganesha goes and destroys that Vigna Yantra so that they are able to go and fight the war. So that is the story behind this name. Then let's go to the other son. That is Guhamba. She is the mother of Guha, who is Skanda or Kartikeya. Now, there are a couple of dolls with her relation to Shiva. Sadashiva Pativrata, she is well known. In fact, she is not even separate from Shiva. As Kalidasa mentions, they are Vagartha Viva Samprukta, Vagartha Pratipattaye. They are as tied to each other as a word and its meaning. So she is Sadashiva Pativrata. There are multiple names, but I've chosen this. She is also Maheshwara Mahakalpa Mahatandava Sakshini. When the pralaya happens at the end of the kalpa, the Tandava, Shiva Tandava happens. And it's symbolic, of course, but that pralaya itself is a Tandava. And the only witness to that Mahatandava is Adi Shakti, as Brahman Shakti itself. So that is the name here. She is also Nandi Vidya because there is a parampara where, she's passes knowledge of Shivajnana through Nandi, and there's a Nandinata Sampradaya, multiple Vidyas that she represent. There's also Gomata, which is a new addition. Then we go to her Devi forms. As usual, we have Durga, who's Durgati Harini, as well as the vanquisher of Durga Masura. And as Adi Parashakti, she is being served by Lakshmi and Saraswati, and that nama is Sachamara Ramavani Savyadakshina Sevita. Then we have two beautiful forms of Kamakshi of the Kamakoti Pita, where she is a symbolic of the Shiva Shakti Aikya, as well as Meena Bhalochana, where she is, the eyes of a fish which never sleeps and which protects us. Then at this end is Chanda Mundasura Nishudini. In the Lalita Sahasranama, there is no mention of Mahishasura, but there is mention of Chanda Mundasura Nishudini. So that is the Devi shelf. Then we go up to Vishnu. So she is Yoga Maya of Vishnu. So she is Vishnu Maya. And she is also the 10 avatara, because in the Lalita Sahasranama, she is Parabrahman. She is the one who even has created Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So the enormity of the greatness of her power is shown by this beautiful nama, which is Karanguli Nakhotpanna Narayana Dashakritihi. From her 10 fingers of her hand spring the 10 avatars of Vishnu. That is the enormity of her power. Then we go up to Rama, and the Nama I've chosen is Svatma Rama, who is our own joy, our own unconditioned joy. That is the Swarupa of our own Atma. So that is what she represents as Svatma Rama. She is also Narayani. As in a Puranic sense, she is the sister of Narayana, so she is Narayani. We use that for the Vitala and Rukmai dolls here. Then we come to this, as I mentioned earlier, in the Lalita Sahasranama, she is mentioned as Adi Parashakti, who in fact appears as Brahma to create Srishti, as Vishnu to protect, as Shiva to do the Samhara. So the Nama, actually the entire Nama, Srishti Kaltri, Brahma Rupa, Goptri, Govinda Rupini, Samharini, Rudra Rupa. And then Tirodhana, Nugraha, but so here she is Govinda Rupini. I also have this idol of Andal, and she is Bhakti Vashya, like Devi is Bhakti. She can be conquered by Bhakti, and that's exactly what Andal did. So that is the Puranic Golu. There are a few things which are typical in a Golu, so I've added this our Kalasha, which is Mahalakshmi. She's also Sarva Mangala, so all the auspicious things are in fact a representation of the auspiciousness that she is. And the Marapachi, the Dampati, as well as all of the Mangala Vastus here. Then we have this Purushartha Prada. She is in fact the giver of all our Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. I mean, the focus here is more on Artha, so there is jewelry and money and house and car and everything. Then coming down, she's also all the Mangala Vastus. There she is Divya Gandhadya, so she is all the fragrances. She's still Sindura Tilakanchita. She puts Sindura on her forehead, and she's Param Jyotihi, the light. And there are multiple, we can keep going, lots of flowers she likes. She has like the 5 Panchopa Shara, so a lot of things we can talk about. So this is the Purana Golu. So then I have the Vishwarupa aspects of Devi, which we have starting here. There's a little park that my daughter did with all kinds of animals, zoo and temples and households. And there the Nama is Brahmakita Janani, everything is her creation, right from Brahmaji to the insects, like everything is her creation. Then we go to this side where I attempted to do a little bit of Vishwarupa Devi, where we see Devi in everything. The easiest way to do Vishwarupa is through our gurus, because they are, the purest manifestation of her, in their love and compassion and their, the sattvic nature, as well as their Atmajnana. So this is what we start with. So Guru Mandala Rupini. So that is one beautiful Nama in the Lalita Sahasranama. So she is in the form of all the gurus. Starting off, I have this beautiful idol of Kamalamba of Tiruvarur, and she is also in the yogic pose. And the Nama, which you can see from here, is, I'm sorry you can't see it, but Yogini Yogada Yogya Yogananda. So she is the one who teaches yoga, she is a yogi, she also gives the phala or the fruits of yoga. She is also Dakshinamurti Rupini, so she herself appears as Dakshinamurti. And then we have the three Vedanta Sampradayas, Advaita, Visishta Advaita, and Advaita. So she is Sarva Vedanta Samvedya. All of the Vedanta, while we argue about it, really she is the one who brings connection between them, or she equalizes them, because ultimately it's the same truth that all of us are trying to achieve. She is Kamakotika, so in the Kanchi Kamakoti Pita, this is Kanchi Paramacharya obviously, and she is in the form of the Kamakotika, where again Shiva Shakti Aikyam is the main goal there. This is Swami Chinmayananda, a beautiful Nama called Chinmayi, which is, she is the eternal consciousness. In the back we have the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Sharadamba, and Swami Vivekananda. And since their Upasya Devata is Mahakali, I have used that Nama from the Lalita Sahasranama for them. The Sangeeta Trinity, Dikshitar, Tyagarajar, and Shama Shastri, use in this Nama called Samagana Priya. You can also use the Gana Lolupa, which is also a beautiful Nama. So now that we are done with Guru Mandala Rupini, this side we have the 4 Shaiva saints, the Nalvar as it's called, and the 4 of the Shaiva saints, Appar, Sundarar, Tirunavakarasar, and Manikavasigar. Appar, Sundarar, Tirunjana Sambandar, Manikavasigar. And the Nama that seems appropriate is Shiva Jnana Pradayini. They are the four who give us, she gives us the knowledge about, the true knowledge about Shiva. In the front, there are four dolls. Bhakti Priya for Meera. For Buddha, she is Nirvana Sukhadaini. She gives that ultimate bliss. Tiruvalluvar of the Tirukural fame is Dharma Dhara. And for Narada, I've chosen this Nama, Nama Parayana Prita, because he is always doing Nama Japa. So that is our Guru Mandala Rupini. On this side, I have this small section, Chatushashti Kalamayi. She's in the form of all that 64 arts, which is a beautiful list. Obviously, music and bhajan and instruments, but also these here. So, Lasya Priya, so she likes dancing. So, that is one Nama where she does the Lasya dance as opposed to the Tandava of Shiva. She is Veeragoshti Priya. She likes warriors a lot. She likes bravery. So, we have Shivaji Maharaj and Subhash Chandra Bose here, and some soldiers. Here we have Rabindranath Tagore, and one of the namas which is interesting is Kavya Lapa Vinodini. She likes poetry, literature, so that is the thing here. Then like a science project kind of thing, I have one thing here, which is the cosmos. She is Aneka Koti Brahmanda Janani, and she is Varna Rupini. All the colors also spring from her only. So these are all Vishwarupa aspects. This is all the people, gurus, artists, art, the world, the colors. Then we come here further. She's Matrika Varna Rupini, which is all the letters, all the sounds also emanate from her. She is Tithimandala Pujita, all our seasons and day and night and, all the tithis, everything is, all the changes are actually a prayer to her. And so she is manifesting everywhere. This is a little Panchabhuteshi. So she's in the form of the 5 elements. Obviously, you see earth, fire, and water here, and air and sky or Akasha are obviously subtle. Then she is Veda Vedya and Veda Janani, which is all the 4 Vedas are not only created by her, but they are the way to reach her also. So that is the Nama here. And the final Nama we have here is Rasa Shevadihi. She is the storehouse of all emotions. And to demonstrate that, I have the 9 emotions represented as emojis. So the 9 rasas all spring from her. So that is also a Vishwarupa aspect. So this is our Golu, and I'm ending with our new release, the Airavata Children's Workbook. So if you have not bought it, please go and check it out on Amazon. And thank you. Shri Matre Namaha.